HEC Alumni Infinity Pass webinar. It's a pleasure to host you here, and we will do our best to give you information about what is the Infinity Pass. My name is Alessa Dominioni. I am Alumni Relations Manager for HEC Alumni based in London in the UK, and I'm joined by Jeremy Ba, our Executive Director for HEC Alumni. So he'll help give us more history about this decision. So today we'll be covering a few subjects. The first thing is the Infinity Pass was launched earlier this year, and there's a lot of benefits that come with it. We want to make sure that you are aware of these benefits. There's a lot of information on the website, but we want to take this opportunity to also answer your questions. So this presentation will cover some benefits, the payment options. We will have a testimonial by one of our alums who has subscribed to the Infinity Pass, and we will take questions at the end of the presentation. So as I said, Infinity Pass was launched in 2019, and all HEC grads today are considered alumni and will be joining the Infinity Pass. This was based on the Anglo-Saxon model, and today over 4,000 alumni have subscribed to the Infinity Pass. Jeremy, can you tell us a little bit more about the reasoning behind this model?
Of course. So, as Alissa said, we have more than 4,000 people joining the Infinity Pass community. Our population of about 12,000 people paying their subscription fees last year. Our population of 60,000. So why we changed the model? The thing is that the population has totally changed within the HEC community since, I would say, the 2000 or 2005. The fact is that we lost almost 3 to 5% of subscription each year based on two different things. The population of students has changed. 15 years ago, we had perhaps 80% or 90% of French citizens doing HEC, and now we have almost 50% of the population are from abroad, from more than 105 countries around the world, and the population has also changed because HEC is not the only diploma you have in your life, as we have a lot of engineers, a lot of doctors, a lot of everywhere from around the world, from a lot of different diploma, and sometimes it's the second or the first school for them. They do, for example, I don't know, an engineering school first, or medicine school in the US, and then after doing HEC in Paris. So the reason for paying their membership fees each year is not the same as in the 80s, as we have almost 400 students, French students from Paris, paying their membership fees. So we have to change the model, as we think that it's better to have included in the scholarship fees for all the students starting this year. So for the 2018 and 19 students, and after that, they will not pay anymore the membership fees. It will be included in the scholarship fees. And then for the stock, for all the alumni living abroad in France, you have two ways of paying your membership fees each year, as before, 160 euro per year, or for once and for all your life, it's 1,600 euros. So it's 10 years of cotisation of membership fees, And if you already paid 10 years of membership fees, you have a discount by 50%, 800 euros, and you have a 20% discount if you paid already 5 years. So it's a good model for everyone, but it's not also a financial model. It's a lot of services, as we perhaps explained in this webinar, because it's very key that we launch a lot of services.
Great. So you said the profile of alumni has changed and it's become more international, and this is something we have seen at the association. More and more services are online or in English, because we want to make sure we cater for all HEC alumni around the world, giving them services for their whole life.
Yeah, exactly. It's not only digital, because it's also physical, as we starting to hire a lot of people abroad. Alisa is the first one abroad in the UK. I think before 2020 we will hire also someone for the US and perhaps also for all the European chapter, perhaps based in Paris or in Germany or in Switzerland, but perhaps in the beginning based in Paris. Because we know that the network is not only digital services, but it's also a lot of services for all the volunteers around the world to organize events to organize networking parties, etc. And we know that all the international guys have to have the same services as in Paris.
Great. So we'll now go into more details into the benefits. And then I'll go over the payment options as well to give you exact details. Thank you, Jeremy, for your insights. So let me now present the 12 great benefits of the HEC Alumni Infinity Pass. I will go into more details on 3 of them, which are the executive education, HEC Pulse, which is the online mentoring platform, as well as discounts on their career seminars. But overall, you can find a list of the 12 benefits that are yours as part of the Infinity Pass on the website, and they include access to the online directory, so you have direct emails and details about all the HEC alumni around the world, and this can complement LinkedIn, so you can find that on the platform. As a member, you have access to the full details. The second one is access to free executive education with HEC Paris and its partners, and I will come back on this. So free training with executive education or discounted training with executive education. 50% off all the HEC alumni career seminars. I will come back on this as well. People Group became HEC Pulse, so it's now an online mentoring platform for HEC alumni. You have free access to my MOOC platform with access to an incredible number of online courses. You also get discounts on HEC Summer School and other programs. HEC Stories is the newly designed magazine. So the first edition just was launched recently and was printed recently. Beautiful new magazine, lots of insights into sectors, lots of insights into HEC activities, as well as a part that has alumni news. So if you want to share a story or if you want to read about your peers, there's a part in there as well. And HEC Stories is now in English, and online you have access to the fully bilingual version of HEC Stories. As an Infinity Pass member, you have a free 2-year subscription to this new magazine. You also have access to the lounge here in Paris. The HEC Alumni Association is at Franklin Roosevelt, the center of Paris, next to the Petit Palais and Grand Palais. Beautiful location, and the lounge is open for you if you wish to come and work. If you would like to have a meeting, you can just book a room. So access to a space that is dedicated to the HEC community. This is also going to be taken overseas. There's now a project. We're working on opening an HEC house in the UK. We are looking for property. And so the idea, as Jeremy was saying, is to international HEC alumni services with HEC houses around the world that can welcome you when you travel. You also have access to one-to-one career interviews, so there is a career service for you if you're going through different career transitions, for example. You also have access to Going Global, which is a platform for expats if you're moving abroad. It gives you advice on cultural differences and writing your CV, preparing for interviews. But it also gives you access to jobs and internships. So there's a platform for job searching there. World as a Village is a great platform for HEC families who would like to send their children to another HEC family in another country. So this is a platform for HEC families to connect, to allow their children to do an exchange around language and culture, for example. We have a lot of families that have signed up for France, and we are definitely looking for more international families. So if you are interested, World is a Village is a great opportunity for your kids to travel in a safe and friendly environment to another HEC family around the world. If you are living around the world, please sign up. It would be great to see more international HEC families on the platform. And then, of course, there's a lot of events for HEC alumni that you have access to, and all of these are listed on the website. So now I'll go more into details about the executive education. This is an extract of the list that you can find on the website. You have access to HEC executive education. There's free programs here, so it could be 1 day, it could be 3 days, it could be through Alsace, it could be online, it could be in Paris, in English or French. There's also executive certificates that you have access to in Doha, Singapore, Abidjan, Cape Town, Bangalore, for example, at a discounted price. So HEC believes that your association is here with you for your whole life, and that lifelong learning is an important part of the value the association can give you. So I really encourage you to go on the website. There is a link on the presentation, and on the website, of course, you have access to an incredible number of different executive training programs. And as I said, we will have a testimonial of one of our alumni who has already started one of these programs at the end of the presentation. So now I'll tell you more briefly about the career seminars and workshops. So you can get 50% off career seminars and workshops. There's a lot of HEC career seminars that happen here at Paris, and you see a few here in French, le séminaire du CV à l'entretien, but also in English, higher impact in public speaking. Those happen here in Paris, but there's also some around the world. There was one in April, for example, in London, how to be noticed in this digital and global world. So take the opportunity to join our career seminars and workshops. Some are online, some are in presence. But a great opportunity for you if you are going through that career transition to either get specific and more tailored advice through workshops or conferences and seminars. We did one recently, for example, about second careers. So people who had been in finance or in consulting and all of a sudden wanted to try something else, from family business or family law to yoga training, for example, or entrepreneurship. Great workshops, and you get 50% off as being an Infinity Pass member. A third highlight I would like to do is on HEC Pulse, which is a new mentoring platform for HEC alumni. We already have over 850 people who have signed up for our Flash mentoring program, and over 100 who are going to follow a longer 6-month program. As an Infinity Pass member, you can either be a mentor or a mentee, longer or shorter time, with a great opportunity for you to find the resources you need and help you through your professional life at any time in your career. So HEC Pulse, a great platform that we encourage you to join. And as I said, a lot of different other benefits that you can find on the website. So how do you become an Infinity Pass member? The fees for the Infinity Pass are 1,600 euros, and that's equal, as Jeremy said, to 10 years of annual subscription. I personally am from the MBA 2018, and I recently subscribed because there's also several installments that give you the opportunity to pay, for example, 4 times in 4 months or 3 times in 3 years. Great opportunity to allow you to take that rate, but also get the benefits without having too much of a hit all of a sudden. If you have been a loyal member, fee-paying member alumni, you also get discounts. So 20% discount if you've been a fee-paying member for 5 years, 50% if you've been for 10 years. If you're a senior alumni, you also get a special rate. So have a look at all the different rates, all the different installments and payment options. We want to work with you so that if you are interested in the Infinity Pass, and we hope you are, you do have the opportunity to do that with the best option for you. Don't hesitate to get in touch with us about that. So now we will soon have Philippe Gaillet who's going to join us, and Philippe is an alum who has already subscribe to the Infinity Pass, and he will be telling us how and why. But he's also decided to take the opportunity to do lifelong learning overseas. So he was telling me that he went online, found the whole list of the program, and then found one that really suited what he could do right now. So he'll tell us more about that. We'll also be taking questions while we wait for Philippe to join us. We'll also be taking questions at the end of this presentation. You can use the chat box on the side of your platform to start typing your questions, and we will be answering those as well. So Philippe is going to join us now. Thanks, Philippe. Thanks you, Philippe, for joining us today. We look forward to hearing more about your experience as an Infinity Pass member. And here you go.
Hello, Alisa. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. We'll try to make sure that you can also see me.
Yeah, so we'll be showing your slides, and you can take us through your presentation.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Can you all see and hear me?
Yes, I believe so.
Perfect. So I'm Philippe Gillet. I did the HEC MBA in 2005. And last year, I decided to actually join Infinity Pass because for me, it made perfect sense. So I wanted to share with you my experience. First of all, I think it's a win-win situation between you and HEC. For HEC, it helps them to grow internationally and also to provide better services to their alumni. But also for you, it gives you access to a strong network, as you may have been explained before. You can get involved in many activities, and I can tell you in the UK, for example, which is the second biggest country for alumni, HEC alumni in the world, the team has been awesome and has been doing a lot of activities recently. But also it gives you connections, you can get advice for your business, so it's very valuable. And I think also it makes sense financially. So for the one who have a doubt on that, if you have contributed for more than 10 years to the alumni network, you can get a 50% discount. And for me, for example, it was equivalent to paying 5 years of membership that they allow you to pay in 3 years installments. So therefore, it doesn't make that much change. And you get the life membership. So it's very a no-brainer. And also, it gives you access to free executive program, and that's mainly what I wanted to share with you today. So if we go to the next slide, I will explain to you that when I started at the end of last year, a sabbatical, I wanted to develop my skills in artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science. And I wanted to finish those online training with a more senior and strategic training. And I contacted HEC. I said, through Infinity Pass, what do you have in terms of executive MBA program available? And they have that one from Fundación Dam Cabral. For the one who don't know FDC Business School, Financial Times Executive Education has ranked them as the first business school in Latin America and the 10th best global business school for the executive program. HEC is ranked third, so not as good as HEC, but it's very, very, very good school. And they provide, through Infinity Pass, a free EMBA track, which is called Digital Strategies and New Business Model. And that track is actually equivalent to 150 hours of class. You've got 6 days full-time in Brazil, in Belo Horizonte, which is 1 hour flight from Rio. And before and after, you've got online assessments. So starting in June, so I'm just starting it now, so I don't have enough background to explain you how good it is for the program itself, but I can tell you that I've been feeling very welcomed by the team so far. And we'll be having our first call on Monday with a company who will actually explain the challenges that they have for their business. And we'll work on building a digital strategy for them. And so I will have personal and group assignments in June, July, August, face-to-face 6 days in August in Brazil, followed by September online assignments. So that's roughly the program. So imagine that with Infinity Pass, you've got tuition fees and lunch for free. Of course, all the other costs, transport, accommodation, dinner, you have to pay for yourself, but it makes sense. You can't ask for everything. It's very, very valuable. And I didn't realize that before actually thinking about the beginning of this year. So I joined Infinity Pass before, and actually I even got realized the value of that program later. So I hope that I've been clear in explaining what my situation was and how useful joining Infinity Pass can be. And if you've got any question, I'm more than happy to answer your questions.
Great, thanks Philippe for this presentation. So this is indeed one of the questions I have from a lot of people. What's the return on investment? And from what I understand with you is the tuition fees over there in Brazil are fully covered for 6 days. And then you obviously have to pay for extra costs, but in terms of tuition fee and lifelong learning, Infinity Pass gave you quite a fast return on investment. Am I correct in saying that?
Exactly, and I don't know exactly the cost, but I think it's thousands of dollars, the equivalent of that benefit, because it's not just for the 6 days in Brazil, it's also for the whole program of that track, which starts even now in June with online assessment, and we've got professors working with us. We are a group of 8 people, and we are working together to deliver a solution for a company. So it's also practical, but also it's actually very, very broad in terms of time. So I was really, really impressed by the fact that you included that executive MBA track into the Infinity Pass, and I'm more than happy with sharing that with you.
Thank you. It's true that HEC values excellence, values learning, and so we, as we said before, want to give you that opportunity to access lifelong learning. So in terms of return on investment, for example, going through executive education once in your life, and it could be now or it could be, let's say, imagine yourself in 5 years, you're at that stage where you're needing new skills and you're needing another kind of training, and it could be finance, it could be strategy, it could be negotiation. In French or in English, in France or overseas or online, then the Infinity Pass gives you access to that opportunity. And from what I understand from Philippe, also gives you access to another network, because if you're going to join one of our great partner universities or partner programs, then you can also expand your network even beyond HEC, or within HEC with another program.
And I can't agree more with you, because when I did the HEC MBA, actually, I decided to do an exchange with the AGSM in Sydney. So the last term I did it at AGSM, I still have people in my network which are from that school too. So I benefited from that too. And I'm more than happy to be able to benefit in the future also from the network of FTC in Brazil, because it's very valuable. So the fact that HEC brings that opportunity during the MBA, but also after the MBA through the Infinity Pass is brilliant.
There's other benefits that are part of the Infinity Pass, and this includes like the magazine and a new mentoring platform that has just been launched, discounts on events, career workshops, and things like that. World is a village as well, going global, so a lot of different platforms and other benefits. Has another maybe benefit caught your attention when you were looking at the Infinity Pass?
Not many others. I think it's more the benefit that also we already have has been an HEC alumni, but actually the being able to be, I would say, yes, maybe the seamless experience. Every year I had to think about renewing my alumni contribution, and when I forgot, sometimes I forgot to be honest, but I may not get or receive all the activities that were happening. And actually being able to not to have to worry about that, and just to know that you don't have to now contribute every year because you are a life member. So you always have access to those benefits that are very valuable, and you are always informed. So it's much more seamless. So I would say seamless experience is also something that I think it's important.
So if you're an alum and it's a bit of a hassle to subscribe every year and to think about it, the Infinity Pass also offers, as Philippe said, this seamless experience in the sense that you contribute once in your life and then are considered, of course, an alum, and you have access this, but also when you join events, you will have access to the discounted prices directly, for example. So no need to worry about joining and becoming an alum, or trying to remember if you have signed up and which price you can access. Great, thank you very much, Philippe. We are going to open up to questions. So if you have any questions, if you're wanting for us to share something else, please feel free to type in the chat box. And we will keep it. I'll maybe start with the first question, Philippe. We met at a recent event. It was a career workshop. Can you tell us what you believe is the value of the network and how you have maybe used the network so far, or if you've met incredible people, like what's your relationship with the ACC Alumni Network?
So, good point actually. You caught me by surprise because I didn't expect that question, but actually we went here last week to that event, which was brilliant. And as I explained before, on the career transition, so having that event, especially in that topic, happening, it was like also a great coincidence. I met during that event many very interesting people, and funnily enough, I'm just in just 2.5 hours from now, I will be meeting one of the presenters again. She's a personal career coach, and we have coffee together. I would get buy a book, and we'll keep on discussing about opportunities for me, because I'm investigating many areas where I could actually progress. One of them is a non-executive director role, and she had very good insight on that, so we'll follow up on that for coffee this afternoon. So just to give you some example where being part of the alumni network is very valuable, because you may at one stage in your life want to reconsider what you want to do and do other things, and the network is brilliant for that. You can always ask for advice. As an alumni myself, I'm more than happy to help others or to advise others, but also others will do the same. So being part of the network is very valuable.
And this is the feedback I get from a lot of alum who join an event, meet someone incredible, and then go on for coffee and keep that discussion going, find opportunities or new ideas. So we definitely encourage you, and thank you for sharing, Philippe. We definitely encourage you to use the network. It is very powerful when it's well used. Some of the questions might be, how do I join? How do I subscribe to the Infinity Pass? And so you can find on our website, on the ACC alumni.fr website, you can click on the Infinity Pass and you will have access a form to sign up. You can send the form by post, or you can do it online, or you can also call us. There's the number on your screen, 00331 53772323. And this gives you access to the ACC Alumni Association. Here, of course, they speak English, and you can sign up to the Infinity Pass if you have questions or if you're ready to do it then. The team is always here to answer your questions. There's an email address that's going to appear on your screen, as well as the phone number. So if you have any questions about the Infinity Pass, feel free to email infinitypass@accalumni.fr, and we will be happy to answer all your questions. I hope this presentation gave you a good idea of all the benefits that you can enjoy as an Infinity Pass member, from executive education and access to free executive education or discounted executive education, to being a mentor or mentee on the online mentoring platform, to preferential rates for the HEC career workshops or summer school, for example, as well as access to a lot of different partner platforms such as Going Global, World is a Village. There's a lot of opportunities that you can benefit from. We hope you'll join the Infinity Pass soon. If this year is not for you, of course, you can still do an annual membership. So you have still the option of joining as an annual member or as the Infinity Pass. And we hope to see you at HEC Alumni events very soon. Thank you very much, and have a great day.